Sati Pratha and Johar are two practices that have been deeply ingrained in Indian history. While both practices are often mentioned together, they have distinct meanings and historical contexts. Sati Pratha was a practice where a widow would immolate herself on her husband's funeral pyre. This practice was particularly in the medieval period. The reasons behind Sati Pratha were complex and multifaceted. On one hand, it was seen as a way for a widow to demonstrate her devotion to her husband and ensure her family's honor. In Rajput society, when her husband passed away, a widow was often left without a clear role or purpose. Sati Pratha provided a way for a widow to transcend her earthly life and reunite with her husband in the afterlife. It was a violation of human rights, and women were often forced to undergo the practice against their will. The British colonial era saw a significant shift in attitudes towards Sati Pratha, with many British officials viewing it as a barbaric practice that needed to be abolished. The practice was eventually banned in India in 1829, thanks to the efforts of social reformers like Raja Ram Mohan Roy. Johar, on the other hand, was a practice where Rajput women would collectively commit self-immolation in the face of defeat or invasion. This practice was often seen as a way to protect family honor and prevent capture. Johar was a symbol of courage and honor among Rajput women, and it was often performed as a last resort when all other options had been exhausted. The historical context of Johar is deeply tied to the martial traditions of the Rajput community. Johar was seen as a way for women to demonstrate their courage and loyalty in the face of adversity. The practice of Johar was often performed in the context of war, when Rajput armies were defeated and their women were at risk of being captured by enemy forces. Both Sati Pratha and Johar have had a lasting impact on Indian society. While both practices are now widely regarded as barbaric and inhumane, by understanding these practices, we can gain a deeper appreciation for the historical and cultural forces that have shaped Indian society and work towards creating a more just and equitable future.